Hi. Okay, so we got a challenge. I've recorded this a bunch again because I keep wanting to go off into tangents about it. But let me give you the challenge. Let me tell you what the challenge was and then respond to it. Aaron Armstrong, he says, the young lady who gave her talk before me mentioned convertin' flirtin'. I think you should elaborate and define for us guys. Well, all right. I can handle this. I have a lot of ideas about dating, and I have a lot of ideas about missionary work. I do not ever believe that those two things should belong in the same thing, in like the same mentality. I think that they are two separate things and should remain church and state separate. Flirting to convert is an ancient practice dating back to the beginning of religion, at which point a woman, typically of a particular religion, will find a man who she's interested in or who she wants to convert, and she will flirt with him. And she'll try and get him to join her church. If you can't tell by my facial expressions, I think flirting to convert is an evil, evil practice. I think it's manipulative. I think it's disrespectful. And I think it's wrong. So, my ex-husband joined the church right before we got married. He joined the church after knowing a few members of the church, and I was the one who said, hey, would you like to learn more? I didn't know at the time that we were going to be married a few weeks later. I didn't know anything regarding my future with him. All I did know for sure was that he was a good man living a good life and that he would fit into our faith fairly well. That he was already living a lot of our concepts. If he perhaps understood why we do them, then he would agree, and etc., etc. Tangent. He ended up joining the church. We were married a week later, and we had a very good marriage. We had a really happy 6 years that we were together, and we went through a lot of trials, obviously, because we're not married anymore. But you get the gist. Based on that life that I lived with him, I believe sincerely that he truly did have a testimony of the gospel, that it was not for me, that he was not pursuing a faith to please me or to attain me. Women who use their dating skills, their womanly powers and wiles as a tool for conversion, I believe are just manipulative and they don't have good souls. I really struggle with this, obviously. Be honest with people. If you're going into a relationship and you don't like the fact that he's not a member of your faith, then don't get into a relationship with him. Don't go into a relationship expecting to change somebody. What good are you doing? If you don't like him the way he is, then don't date him. And if you like him the way he is, then you'll like him whether or not he joins your church, ever. So don't do that. Don't flirt to convert. It's evil. Have I mentioned that I think it's evil and manipulative? I think it's wrong, and I don't think people should do it. I do believe that we need to be good examples, that we need to love the people around us and serve them. If you ever want to, the thing is, we don't convert people at all. They convert themselves. If they see your example and they want to know why you're so happy, they'll ask you. If they want to know, they'll ask. If you feel so prompted, going back to my advice blog, if you feel so prompted, invite them to church with you. Invite them to an activity, but don't do it under false pretenses. Don't sit there and pretend that you're not trying to change somebody when you're doing it as a flirt to convert. Follow the Spirit, and just don't manipulate. Oh gosh, you can tell this one bothers me. That being said, I love that line. I do really, really appreciate the challenges. Feel free to send me more challenges. I have a lot of thoughts on missionary work. I have a lot of thoughts on dating, and not in the same boat, but I do have them. So if you ever want to challenge me with any of those questions, feel free to send them my way, or check out some of the pages I have on Facebook, and I will talk to you all later. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.